Hello everyone.
Hello, sir.
Hey, hello, hi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Let me check you all are available.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. Maybe I don't know your names. I can only know your faces. Okay, right, okay. So around 30
I'm
of
Dr.
them.
Lakshmi Priya, sir.
Yeah, I don't remember your names, right? If I look at your faces, no, this time, okay, I can remember you. Okay, the one who have attended already the offline classes. Okay, they know me. So as you know, we have done with unit 7, last offline classes. So today we will be starting with block 3, unit 8. Okay. Block 3, unit 8. So this particular unit is talking about, okay, variables and experimental control. Okay, you got an idea about what variables can be? Because maybe from the first class or starting class, we have been discussing about this particular topic called variables, hypothesis. Okay, the one who have attended offline classes can start interacting.
While doing some experiments, the interference causes called as variables, sir.
Interference, okay, not exactly, okay. Hey, no one who have attended offline classes? Okay, no one who have attended offline classes? Okay, I don't know, because only your names are visible and I never asked for the names. So I'm not able to know who have attended offline classes, etc. Okay, variable, okay, is the one which can be a quality, characteristic, okay, event, quality. So which the experimenter is interested to study. Okay, what is a variable? The variable is defined as characteristics, attributes, objects, events, okay, events and other things which can be measured. So what does it mean by which can be measured? Or I think it would be better if I start with, okay, what is research methodology actually? Because you're not talking and what's going on, I don't know. Who have attended, who have not attended. From where to start, what to start?
Start from the first, sir.
No, good. Sanjay Kurmeti. But this is not the first class. As you said, it's okay.
Okay.
But this is not the first class. Okay? Almost all 50 or 60% of classes is being done. Any other one? If not, it would be from one side. I keep on telling and just moving away. Because that sounds better. Because if you don't have previous students who have attended this, and as you are requested, okay, it's also not possible to start from start. Because maybe another 7 or 8 classes were left with.
Yes, sir, you can just give a brief exactly what the subject is about and you can start. That would be really appreciated.
Good. What do you know about the subject? You tell me. What do you think about the subject? Okay. I will come from your side only. Okay. What do you know about this particular subject? Soumya, please go ahead. You can
Yeah,
on
in
your
my
video
opinion,
also. You can on your video.
I'm sorry sir, like I'm outside.
Okay, good. No problem. No.
So thing is that like I think it's like related to like after like doing the psychology we'll be doing some researches and collecting the data, right? So how to do what exactly the procedure will be. So I guess that is the topic about subject matter.
Good, good. Yes. To a certain extent, it's correct only. We're talking about collection of data and all that. Okay, right? Good. So this particular topic or subject, it is basically talking about, okay, how you do or how you go about it, doing a research. Okay, research method. So what all different methods, techniques that are used, okay, to do a research. Okay. So this is about a research method. This is common for all the PG subjects. Most of the PG subjects they have this. Okay, and we would be talking particularly from psychological point of view or psychological research. So what it would be or how we try to do that. Okay, so my assignment or homework, whatever it may be. So what do you think? So you try to read up to block to complete, and you come by tomorrow. Okay, so that time you will understand correctly because already as we are completed, so maybe around 8, 9 okay, maybe this is a 10th class and we're left with another 6 classes. Okay, it won't be possible to tell you complete what it means. Okay, to give as a brief introduction, so research methodology is the paper which is talking about so how you do research, what all different techniques and methods that are adapted to conduct research. Okay, research, you are searching for the knowledge which is already available to you. Okay, so that we try to do generally to either to add knowledge to already the existing knowledge, or you try to research, re-establish, re-verify the already existing knowledge, that is to know to what extent so this particular knowledge which is being well established. Okay, so well established knowledge is called as a theory. Okay, after experimentation, well established knowledge will become a theory. So this process is about, okay, establishing knowledge, researching. So either you add new knowledge or you try to, okay, verify or re-verify, because it is a scientific way of establishing knowledge. So research and research methodology. So there is a theoretical view, knowledge and all that. Okay, so that comes in the unit. Okay, in the first unit. Okay, you try to go through that. Okay, practical side, or you trying to establish, okay, law and all that. So basically in research, no, there would be, okay, variables, or you try to look at what is cause and what is effect in general. Okay, cause and effect relationship. So what is the cause and what is the effect? Okay, so to study, for example, like what is the effect of this particular online classes on your knowledge? So is it going to add knowledge to what already is existing, or how much knowledge you gaining through this particular class? Okay, so how objectively I can study this particular concept of, okay, my teaching or this particular class and its effect on your knowing this particular subject. Okay, so actually this is a repetition, so we are lost somewhere. Okay, even I'm trying to, okay, bring it to a certain level where you can understand so that we can continue with the particular class. Okay, so what the effect of online classes on your knowledge? Okay, I said teaching. So teaching can be varied in a different ways, or it can be of different types, like online teaching, like what we have today, the thing which is going on. Okay, and maybe a offline class which you had before, okay, this particular classes, and it can be a mix of that. Okay, what we call as blended learning. So a beautiful program, a capacity building program is going on actually. Okay, so I was also part of that. Okay, So after this class, I'm going to join that. So where 50%. Okay, this is what has been done with you also. So if a teacher or if as a researcher, if I'm interested to know, is it a offline class is going to have effect? Effect in the sense, how effectively my particular students are learning. I repeat, effective in the sense, how effectively my students are learning or knowing about this particular subject. Is it full complete offline or is it complete online? Or if I try to make a combination of both, that is 50% of offline and 50% of online. So which one is going to have effect or which is going to be more effective with regard to you gaining knowledge? Okay. So what is the cause and what is the effect? So in sciences, generally we try to look at the cause and effect relationship. So research also we are trying to look at a scientific way of establishing what is cause and what is effect. Okay. So when you talk what is cause, what is effect, so in research methodology, we call them as variables. So we have two variables. Variable. Okay, characteristic is that vary, change. So there are certain characteristics to be called as a variable. The one which can vary, change. The one which can be measured. Okay. For example, I said teaching method. My way of teaching can change. As I said, offline, online, a combination of both offline and online, which you call it as a blended. You getting me?
Yes, sir.
Who's that? Okay, you should study. Go after this class, you try to go back. Okay, try to read up to 7 units. Because we are already into 8th unit, it's not possible to tell each and everything. As I said, we have two things. For example, what is cause and effect. That particular cause, for example, teaching method. And the effect is how much you are learning. So these both should be vary, should change, should be measurable. Okay, what happens if they are not changing? If your knowledge is not changeable, will it make any sense if I change this particular teaching methods? Just think about effect of pocket money and the motivation your child is getting from it. If your child is no way getting motivated, if I change this pocket money, is it going to have any effect?
Yes, sir.
It may affect in two ways, sir.
Okay, 2 ways, 3 ways. Okay, you keep that aside. Is it having effect?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If no effect, whatever I'm trying to change it, either I'm giving less money or more than his expectation, it no way it's going to have effect on the person. Okay, so when in a research, if you're trying to look at, okay, what would be the impact of the way a lesson is being taught and how much a person is getting knowledge out of it. Okay, knowledge will change before and after classes. You agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Agree.
Will there be improvement?
Yes, sir.
As I said, the way I teach can also be changed. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Okay. So in an experiment where things can be changed, so only those things are taken as, okay, this particular variables. the thing which have no ability to change cannot be taken as a variable. Why, Balato? My whole intention is to know how these, okay, if I change one thing, now how is it getting affected? So to look at that, so they should change. And also I should be able to measure them, how much change they are taking. Okay, for example, in this, knowledge. So how do I measure knowledge?
Writing a test, their reproductivity or grasping power.
Good. An example.
By asking questions or conducting tests.
Okay, good. Okay. Sandhya, what do you think?
I got IT, sir. To measure by asking. Okay.
Okay, voice is not clear, but okay. Academic performance marks. You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
As someone was saying, good. Marks. So how much marks they got before? After maybe this particular class, how much marks they are getting? Is there improvement or maybe a decrease? As someone was saying, maybe 2 FX, 3 FX. Okay, good. That you mean to tell that, okay, maybe a positive effect, maybe a negative effect. Okay, maybe after listening this class, if someone is getting less marks, what does it mean?
Negative effect.
Can be possible, don't know. They say no after studying, okay. What you had before, okay. They have lost that one. Or maybe,
I think it depends on comparison. Before teaching
maybe,
something, they're writing an exam that they know about something. What is the comparative value of the degree?
Sunita, Sunita, we are listening to everything. Oh no, mic on.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You mute it, okay? Good. So this is how, be sensitive. The other people already, they would be listening and it would be on YouTube also. If you're talking some sensitive issues now, this is how it can be recorded and they can be on, okay, YouTube. Okay, please take care of that. Yeah. So marks, simple. I conduct a test. Maybe after the class, I try to conduct another test. Okay, that is before and after. Maybe if there is an increase of marks, I can say that yes, because of the class, they got to know about the subject. And this is how the marks got increased. Okay, if marks are remaining same, maybe I can say that or conclude that, okay, there was no effect on how much a person have learned. Or maybe if the person is getting a less mark, maybe I say, this had a negative impact. Maybe the concept was okay, maybe overlapping or it was not clear. So because of that, the person maybe got into confusion and is not able to remember what he knew before. He could not answer. So that can be the reason that he got less. Okay. So both what way I'm teaching can be changed. So it can be varied. And I talked about, okay, learning. So learning is not stable. It's going to either going to improve or going to get decrease. It is changing. So such type of characteristics, qualities, okay, or objects, events with regard to behavioral sciences are called as variables in research method. So can you give me an example? I said pocket money and motivation. Or simply what they call as awards and rewards and its impact on motivation. Can anyone?
Sir, the question.
Maybe a happiness or pleasure.
Okay. It should tell two things, I said. Teaching and its impact on learning. I said pocket money or award or a reward on motivation. So if I introduce a award, is it going to motivate?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
It will
Yes, sir.
motivate, sir. It will motivate.
You trying to get me, no? What I'm trying to tell you?
Yes.
Both are increasing, both are varying, both are changing. So just try to come up with an example of that, like that. That which can be called as an experiment or research.
Increase of a hike percentage on employees' performance.
Increase of height.
Hike percentage, salary hike.
Okay, okay.
The percentage of increase, the better the employee feels that they're rewarded, the better the work in the company.
Okay, that's what. Okay, award and okay performance of the employee. Good. Or what we call as incentives. Okay, effect of incentives on the performance of employees. Good.
We can say like effect of punishment on the behavior of students.
Sir, not audible.
Not audible, sir.
Sir, can't hear anything.
I think Sari is not there.
Yeah. Or any technical problem, maybe, don't know.
Person itself is not there, I think.
Yeah, there is. Will he come back or not?
Actually, I haven't said anything. Suddenly, there was no
Yeah.
voice, and after that, yeah, sir is not appearing actually on the screen.
Yes. Whom to contact then?
Which unit he is taking?
Hey, can you see me now?
No, sir. Yeah, we
Yes, sir.
can see
Yes,
now.
sir.
Yeah, I lost actually internet. So that is the reason I'm trying to log in again. Yeah. So can anyone give me the examples? So some of them said yes, right? Good.
Good food and health conditions, sir. If we take good food, it may impact on our health.
Yeah.
Sir, please
I'll
open your
open
mic.
it again on laptop. It's visible now?
Yes, sir.
Sir, best example network issue, sir. If the network is okay, class will go on comfortably. If the network is not okay, it disturbance.
Yeah. So effect of internet on teaching learning
Yes, sir.
process.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
So very simple. So in research, so we are going to have, okay, basically two variables. One is the cause and the other one is the effect. Okay. So these characteristics or attributes or qualities, what you're trying to look at, they are technically called as variables. Okay. So these variables, they have the basic characteristics like vary, it should change. Because my whole intention is to know how teaching is going to affect learning. If teaching cannot be changed, or if learning cannot be changed according to what changes I'm doing as a teaching method, so they cannot be measured. Simple. Not only changeable, but also I should be able to measure them, how much of change it is taking place. Punishment bolo to, is it okay? What type of punishment? Like you punishing them physically or like kind of? Because I said in a very polite way, said okay, maybe low or high kind of thing. Okay. So if it can be changed, and if you want to look that on, for example, how a person is behaving or behaving. Okay. So generally we never encourage punishment and all that, but a reward system. So if you look positively, okay, how rewards are going to have impact on the learning of a child. Okay, when I say reward,
Sir,
go ahead.
I think in behavior modification, this can be applied in the sense that how often these rewards have to be given to improve or to eliminate a particular kind of behavior.
Good. So which type of learning theory talks about that?
The operant conditioning, sir.
Good.
The B.F. Skinner one.
Yeah, good. So operant conditioning, okay, you can check out after this class. So how rewards are going to, or how punishment is going to regulate behavior of a person. Okay, good. So the one which we are trying to change will become independent variable. Please write down. Okay, the changes which are introduced, or the variable which is changed according to the purpose of the experiment is called as independent variable. So what is independent variable? Which can be changed, or technically what they call is manipulated, changed, controlled, varied according to the purpose of the experiment. And the other type of variables are called as a dependent variable. So when you said awards or rewards on the behavior, so which is dependent variable now?
Awards and rewards, we are giving, depend upon the rewards only, they'll work. So it is a dependent variable.
Which one? Which one is a dependent variable?
Which one?
Behavior.
Excellent. Good. Because in this context, I'm saying that my behavior, my motivation, my performance is dependent on other things. Like, for example, performance of employee on how much of incentives is getting or hike is getting. Award, reward on the behavior. So behavior is getting affected or controlled according to the punishment or reward what I'm trying to give. So how much my students are learning based on the teaching method? Is it only oral, that is lecture come demonstration, what they call it as, or is it through virtual or online, or is it combination of both? So based on this, how much my students are learning? So learning is dependent on what?
Teaching methods.
Behavior.
Excellent. Okay, good. Excellent. So teaching method becomes my
Variable.
Independent
variable.
Good. And what or how much you're learning becomes your
Dependent variable.
Dependent variable. Simple. So in every experiment or experimental condition, we are going to have one variable which is changing according to the purpose of the experiment. So if I change this thing, so how is getting affected is checked on the other variable which is called as dependent variable. Simple. Up to here is clear?
Yes, sir.
So what is a variable?
The method of
Which
teaching.
manipulates
Behavior of the dogs. Operant variable conditioning.
Conditioner.
I'm not going to get into that. Okay. Some other people may get confused. So characteristics, events, what all I'm looking from behavioral perspective, they become my variables. So variables would be two types, basically independent and dependent variables. So independent variable is the one which is controlled by whom?
Doer of the experiment, sir.
The researcher, okay,
Research.
or according to the experiment, they are changed. So how much if changing, so how it is getting affected if I study it on the other variable, so that variable is called as my dependent variable. Okay, working style and its effect on, okay, health of a person, eating habits on health of a person. You agree?
Yes.
Is health dependent on these things? You agree? Working style?
Yes.
Eating habits?
Lifestyle, habits.
Okay, good.
And
physical activity.
Anything?
Sir, can you give some examples for independent variables, sir?
Yes, you tell about one thing, no? You will pick independent from that only. You tell anything? Independent is the one which is changed according to the purpose of the experiment. So as a mother, so if you thought of giving pocket money, as I said, or a reward, so how is it going to motivate your child to do his homework?
Our intention is behind that.
Okay. So this particular reward may be you giving them some amount, like maybe 50 rupees, etc. Or you asking them to watch their favorite cartoon channels. You getting me?
yes.
Or simply you can giving you a hug to your child. Can they have effect on your child? Just think about.
Definitely, sir.
Your small
Yes.
hug also, small smile also. So all these can be called as some rewarding systems. You agree with this?
Yes. This is a
Maybe if a child want to look or watch his favorite cartoon channels, and for that, if you're rewarding them, if you say, if you do this particular
task,
homework or a task, you are allowed to have an ice cream, or you can watch this particular TV or cartoon channel for an hour. So is it going to improve their motivation, willing them to do their homeworks?
Yes, sir. Motivate. They will be motivated. Yes.
Okay. So here, reward system I'm trying to change. You agree with this? Reward can be anything.
Yes.
If I know that my child likes to have ice cream,
maybe an appreciation. The words.
Yes, appreciation. Excellent. Good. Or maybe a hug.
Yes.
A positive gesture from your side. Anything. You getting me? Independent
variable.
Dependent variable. Example, if you take maybe a lifestyle, or to make it more simple, okay, working style, okay, for employee, and your working style and its effect on the health. So what is independent? Independent
health.
Independent lifestyle effect impact on the health.
So independent lifestyle.
Lifestyle is independent.
Lifestyle is independent.
Lifestyle becomes an independent.
We can change the lifestyle. Lifestyle is independent.
Good. So what is dependent?
Health is dependent.
Health is a dependent variable.
Good. Okay, we have a lifestyle and health. That is my intention. As part of my research, I would like to look from that. So how changes in lifestyle is going to impact the health of a person. Okay, my intention is good, but the question is that is this so-called dependent variable health is getting affected only because of the lifestyle?
No.
No, sir.
Just think
Some
about
intervals also there.
good.
May not be, sir.
So what I'm trying to look at, maybe a lifestyle is one of the part of that.
Yes.
But my interest is only to study this particular lifestyle and its effect on health. So what all the other variables which are of not my interest but can have equal impact on the health of a person will become intervening variables. So what are the other variables called as?
Extraneous variables.
Variables.
Okay, intervening, because they are interfering.
Okay.
They have equal effect as that of lifestyle on health of a person. Okay, as someone is saying extraneous because they are extra. I'm only looking at lifestyle and health. The other things are extra, so they are also called as extraneous
Variables.
So now, how many variables we have generally?
Independent, dependent,
Good.
and intervening.
Intervening are also called as extraneous
variables.
Up to is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
For example, teaching methods and your learning. So what all can be the other things? My teaching, or for example, your learning can get affected because of what other things?
Hard work.
Hard work, okay.
By doing some sort of hard work regarding to our
motivation of a person.
Yeah, it's motivation.
The interest of person. You agree with
and
all
the
this?
environment also, sir.
Environment also, sir.
Good.
Psychological factors also, sir.
Psychological, yes.
Good.
All these are contributes to the
student health condition.
Good. You getting me now?
Outside disturbances, sir.
Good.
Yeah, comes under environment again.
Yes. Yes.
Facilities they provide.
You getting
family background also, sir.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. His background, his family's background, the environment varies. Okay. When it comes to his background, maybe his interest or motivated.
And economical background also affects.
Yes. Okay. My intention is to look at the teaching method, way of teaching, and how much the student is learning. But how good the teaching may be, but if the student is not interested, so is this going to have any effect on his learning?
No.
Yes, sir.
You getting me? My intention is good. I'm trying to look at in what way if I teach would be better. But basically the person is not interested. Or the person is highly motivated.
So in that case, how to resolve that, sir? If the person is not interested, like in
okay. Good. So what is independent, what is dependent, and what is extraneous or intervening
variables?
Okay, so this class is about these things. Okay, it's talking about variable. So what is a variable? And in an experimental setup, so how many variables we have? So independent, dependent,
extraneous.
Extraneous. Extraneous. Okay, or intervening because they are interfering. Okay, intervening variables. Okay, so these variables can also be called in the other way like qualitative, quantitative, etc. So what is quality?
The performance. No, teaching methods, sir.
Quality.
It can't measure in numbers, sir. That is
quantitative.
called quality.
Yes, good. So if you know quantity, then you can talk about quality.
Quantity which can be measured in numbers.
Excellent. Quantity is where you can assign numerical value, simple terms. 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg, 4 kg.
Yes, sir.
Height, 5 feet, 6 feet, 10 feet. You getting me? The things which cannot be assigned a numerical value can become a qualitative.
Qualitative.
For example,
Behavior, sir.
Behavior, okay. Example, still further.
CRT.
For example, behavior. So how you quantify them?
Not quantity, sir. Quality.
Okay. So how you describe them?
Good, bad, excellent.
Good. Good, bad, kind of a thing. Okay. Qualitative terms. Okay. Average, below average, above average.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Middle class, maybe below middle class,
Upper class.
upper class, or what you call high class. What I'm not saying is 1 kg poor, 2 kg poor, 3 kg. You getting me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. IQ scores can be assigned.
That is again quantitative.
Personality, for example, I cannot say 5%. Okay. 5 personality, 6 personality, 7 personality. Personality may be good, average, or
Moderate.
moderate.
That is qualitative.
You're getting the difference between qualitative and
Quantitative.
quantitative. Very quantifiable in terms of numerical value, where I can assign a numerical value. Which cannot be assigned a numerical value become my qualitative. So qualitative variables and quantitative variables. Okay. Other thing can be continuous and discrete. Continuous is what? Continuation.
Yes.
What can be a continuous? Can gender be continuous?
Age, sir.
Age, sir.
Good. Age.
Age factor.
Time also, sir.
Good. Can gender be continuous?
No, sir.
No,
The
sir.
population.
Discrete.
Okay. Discrete. They become discrete. Either it should be male, female, or third gender.
Yes,
Sir, distance, speed.
Yes. Anything which can be measured continuously. Like I said, height, weight. Someone said time. Yes. Okay, 90 minutes, 120, 220, 330.
Speed.
Okay. Yes. Continuous. Which cannot be given continuous can become my discrete or categorical, where I can categorize them. A religion.
Yes.
Okay. Gender. Male or female, it can be the third gender. So it's not running continuously.
Yes.
Number of family members. Okay. 3, 4, 5. But they have certain limit. It's not in a continuum.
Yes.
You getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So variables can be type, independent, dependent. Next is intervening or
Qualitative.
extraneous. Okay? That is from experimental based. In terms of experiment, when we do, we have independent, dependent, and intervening or extraneous variables.
Extraneous, yes.
Okay? Generally based on measurement, they can be qualitative and
quantitative.
Or they can be continuous or discrete.
Discrete.
Discrete is nothing but again category, where you can categorize them, but you cannot have them continuous. Religion cannot be continuous. You say either X religion, Y religion, or Z religion. X gender like male, female, and third genders, but not continuous. Certain things can be continuous, like your Height,
Time,
weight,
distance,
time, distance.
speed.
Population,
Yes.
technology.
Yes. Technology. Technology, how can?
Yes.
Someone said
Changes
technology.
which is taken version.
In a flow, they're saying technology.
Sir, 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, like
Okay.
that.
Okay, upgradation. Maybe she's talking about, okay?
GB.
Yeah. Maybe Bahubali 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Part 1, part 2.
Okay, sequences she's talking about. Upgradation of technology. Okay, 5G is going on. So likewise. Okay. Still it can have certain limit.
Yes.
Not very continuous. As I said, family members. That is the reason I said. So maximum they can be this much. Okay, with regard to this 5G, 6G, maybe we don't know. But it is it is not very fast that where it can run up to 100. You getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just try to be a little bit logical. That's it. Height, weight can run up. Someone is 100 kg, 120. Someone is 60, 40. Okay?
Height only up to certain age.
60.5, 6.
Weight can be changed.
Okay, continuous in the sense like point also. For example, 1 kg, 200 grams, 250 grams. Still I can go with the continuation. You getting me? The smallest level also I can be able to get down.
Sir, but there will be a limit for that also, no, sir. For age example, it can't be more than 120, I suppose.
Don't know. Yes, 120 is known to us.
Height also certain period.
Height also, sir. Only up to certain age it will be there.
Yes, that is the reason I'm saying continuous or still which can be run in digits terms. 5.23 like that. I cannot have family members 1.1 family members. I can have 1 family member, 2 family members, 3 members. You getting me? When it comes to height, weight, etc., I can still run. Okay, 1
Sir,
feet.
price of fuel comes in which category, sir? Continuous or discrete? Sometimes it may vary. No?
For example, what is the petrol rate today? 108 point.
It is continuous. It comes under continuous.
Good. Please tell me, 108 point, kita? Is it 1923 something? No, I don't know. We never pay attention to that, but okay, 108 point something. No, some paisa. So likewise, which can be further still divided to the smallest value can be taken as a
Sir, it's 108.2.
108.2. Likewise. Continuous, which can take the smallest value also. Simple logic. Okay. Now, the continuation of this lesson. So as we know, there are certain intervening or extra variables. Okay. For example, when we talk in terms of health, because it's talking about ourselves, so we will take health and lifestyle. Okay, under lifestyle, maybe eating habits. Though I know that I'm not interested looking at, okay, for example, what food is taking. I'm talking about a working style. Okay, what type of job is doing and its effect on the health of a person. As we know, the food is taking can also have equal effect. You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So for my experimentation purpose, if I think if food is having equal effect on the health, can I ask a person not to eat food?
No.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
You may say to change the food.
Is it ethically correct?
No, sir. Can't
Ethically wrong,
change.
sir. Ethically not correct.
Okay, what we're trying to tell simply, yes, we're talking about, okay, the way is working or working style and effect on health. Okay, everything sounds good, but practically I'm saying So can I ask a person not to drink or eat, maybe for at least some hours? Maybe 1 2 hours, maybe the person may agree. But what if it is going beyond that?
Again, it will affect on his performance, sir. And also his health issues.
Yes. But my intention is completely to avoid that. Is that possible?
No.
No, sir. Actually, it is possible when he is suffering with any health issues.
I will take this particular person who is talking. Anita Reddy?
Yes,
Sunita?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Anita.
Chalo, I asked Sunita not to eat for 1 day. Okay, maybe not possible, and ethical also it is not correct. Okay, so that is the reason. So the next part of our today's lesson is talking about how you control this particular extraneous variables. Because I cannot make a person completely not to eat. But I can bring them to minimum level where I assume that they are minimum affecting on the health of the person. I can ask a person to avoid certain types of food.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Totally is not possible.
Totally
but
not
to some extent,
yeah.
To some extent, it's possible.
Good. I can do that.
Yes, you can.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please, now I'm repeating. Remember that these extraneous variables are not every time possible to completely remove from your experimental setup.
Yes.
Sometimes I can completely remove them. But most of the time it is not possible to completely remove from the experimental setup. Okay. But I can try to reduce to the minimum. So those are called as experimental control techniques.
Okay.
Please write down. Experimental
control techniques. Yeah.
They're talking about how you minimize the effect of extraneous variables. Under that, first one, please write down. Technique of elimination. What is elimination?
Removing.
Complete removal.
Yes, complete removal.
For example, if the class is going on, if I find someone is intentionally disturbing me, can I remove that person?
Yes.
Possible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Possible.
What that technique is called as? Technique of
elimination.
Elimination or removal.
Elimination now.
Technique of elimination.
Write down. Technique of elimination or removal. I'm talking about the online class or a virtual class and its effect on learning. I find someone is intentionally disturbing. If that is the intervening variable. If someone is disturbing, is that going to affect your learning?
Yes.
Yes, sir. It affects our learning.
Obviously.
Obviously,
right?
obviously, yes.
Yes, sir.
So under this technique, there is a possibility that I can remove that particular disturbance.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this technique is called as technique of
elimination technique.
Elimination technique or removal technique.
Yes, technique of elimination.
For example, the environment is not good.
Yes.
Some noise. Can I shift to other room? Possible?
Yes. Yes, sir. Possible.
Maybe light is not proper in this. Okay. Maybe because of that, my students are not able to learn properly. If I'm making use of a blackboard. You agree? I can make use of another room where there is proper ventilation and proper light. You agree?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Possible in my experiment?
Yes. Possible, sir.
Yes,
so
sir.
What is this technique called as? Technique of?
Possibility.
Elimination or removal. Okay, don't. Good. I appreciate your good names, but I appreciate your good names, but this technique is called as technique of either you eliminate or you try to Remove.
Control.
Remove.
Good. Okay, write down the second one. Maintaining constancy of conditions or constancy of conditions. Constancy of condition. What is constancy?
Continuous.
Constant.
Constant.
Without
Same
Yeah,
condition.
persistent,
Maintaining a stable
persist.
environment.
Same
Not
environment.
continuous, opposite to continuous. Stable.
Constant.
Doesn't change.
Yes. For example, I had only one particular room available in that particular school to take that particular test on that day. You getting me? If there
Yes,
are
sir.
rooms available, I can use this technique of elimination and I can go to a different room. But there are no other rooms available to me. And if I have to do the same experiment, as I said, before this particular class and after this particular class, if I would like to know how much they have gained from this particular lesson, it's saying that if you have to do a two times a testing, you make sure that you maintain the same condition. For example, if condition in the morning was not good, maybe there was a power cut, and maybe afternoon, the condition that is maybe there was no power cut. So is this going to have effect on your performance?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Or if not, if there is any change, then there can be a doubt in my mind thinking that array morning no current, now they have a current, proper lighting. So it might have got benefited them in some way or the other.
Yes, sir.
Scientifically is also not correct. You agree with this?
Yes, sir.
So constancy of conditions. If I try to maintain the same condition, first test and second test, so these particular conditions are constant. So what all the changes, if I observe, I can, with confidence, I can say that, yes, the conditions were similar. So what all the changes are there, it's only because of this particular class. There is no chance factor of light on the performance of students. Because if it was a dull light in the morning, the same light was in the second time when they're doing the same test. So maintaining constancy of conditions or same conditions, if you have to do testing for two times. Okay, what is this method called as?
Constant.
Constancy of conditions, experimental conditions. If not, there can be a simple objection saying that maybe it was a morning, so the students were very active. Maybe after lunch you have taken the test. So maybe after lunch, can performance get affected?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Or for example, if I observe that, hey, morning you were very active, no? Why you not active as you were in the first class? Maybe for this fourth class. So what all can be the reasons?
Energy level.
Energy level may decrease.
The first one is it is afternoon. Though it is not the official lunch time, but you might have had lunch in between. And also your fatigue, physical fatigue. Okay. You're sitting for first hour, that is different. And when you're sitting for a long time, maybe up to the fourth period, okay, is that going to have effect on you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Definitely, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Then
Fatigue
today
and
morning class is
tiredness.
different
And if I start finding fault with you and saying that you were not active as you were in the first class, okay, is it in any scientific way correct?
Yes.
Maybe no, because
no,
that
sir.
condition is a morning condition first class and this is the last class. you are listening or you may be sitting for the throughout of the day. So there may be definitely certain
changes.
Fatigue or physical tiredness can be. If I conduct both in the morning sessions and if I say you were not active as that of the other class, then there can be a reason for that. Can it be possible?
Yes.
So this is how you try to maintain same conditions so that you rule out that the conditions were different. The results were because of the different conditions. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the first one?
Technique of elimination.
Elimination. Good. What is saying
Elimination
about?
or removal.
Good. Elimination or removal. Good. So what is talking about?
Constancy of
Maintaining
condition.
Constancy of condition.
Yeah. There are other methods. Okay. We will try to look it in the tomorrow's class.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So today we talked about
variables.
Good. What is a variable?
Independent and dependent
Dependent and extraneous variables.
Okay.
Which can be measurable is a variable.
Measurable, yes. Qualitative and quantitative.
Qualitative and quantitative.
Good.
And
continuous and discrete variables.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sir.
Controlling by selection, like no.
Experimental control.
Good. So whatever you are saying, I'm saying okay. Good. I want to encourage you.
Whether it is wrong or right, sir, encouraging.
No. What you are trying to tell is correct. Okay, Sudarshan, what do you think? Sudarshan Reddy. Okay. 203533917. You with me?
Yes, sir.
Sudarshan. Yesuratnam. Ramu, I know Ramu is a bit active only. Ravinder. I want to talk to you. Jagdish?
Sir, meeting lo na vintunna meedu.
Chalo, good. Just I taken your name. Okay, good.
Sir.
Jagdish? Kalyan, I know. Kalyan. Right? Kalyan?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I know Kalyan. Kalyan is regulator offline.
Sir.
Okay. Same Kalyan. Okay, good. Achiridi? Was it making any sense? Okay. From our behavioral perspective, condition, quality, attributes, event, or quality, which you would like to study, okay, which can change, which can be measured, is called as a variable. Okay. In terms of measurement, they are continuous or discrete or categorical. They can be qualitative and
quantitative.
Okay. Quantifying is nothing but you try to give them a numerical value.
Yes, sir.
If it is not possible, then it becomes my qualitative.
Qualitative.
Personality, I cannot tell 1 kg personality, 2 kg personality, 3 kg personality. But I can talk in terms of IQ levels. Okay, maybe 100 IQ level, 120 IQ. Okay, what is the average IQ of a person?
70, sir.
70 to 120.
110.
110, sir.
70 to 110.
So 70 to 110, okay, good. Kalyan, what do you think? Average IQ of a person?
90 to 110.
As I said, no, today everything accepted.
Sir, then how we can know it is right or wrong?
Must search in the book.
Immediately you will search, no? Someone might be already browsing. Apara, what do you think? Avinash? Yamuna, 90 to 110.
90 to 110,
Yeah,
sir.
90 to 110, yes.
Okay, Ravindra is also saying 90 to 110. Yes, good. 90 to 110. Someone talked about 70. Okay, what 70 means you should tell tomorrow. Okay, so quantify. I can quantify, I can conduct a test, standard test, I can measure it, I can tell 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. Okay, continuous. Or if it is not possible, where I can only just tell in terms of categories, okay, like gender, male, female, it becomes my discrete or categorical variable. From the experimental point of view, they can be how many?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. I'm Avinash.
Good.
I couldn't unmute when you called my name. I was about to unmute.
Okay, done.
Sir, does the IQ change from demographic to demographic, sir? Because a person in probably in Africa who is residing in Africa and a person who is residing in India might have different average IQs. Is it correct, sir?
Okay, then again, we can talk in terms of like maybe nurture and nature effect.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So technically, it might vary, right, sir, a little?
Based on, okay, which particular environment you are raised.
Yes, sir.
If it is very conducive, okay, definitely there can be improvement.
Okay.
For example, if you're making them get into a good, okay, educational institution setup.
Okay.
And all that, okay. There is every possibility that the person would try to improve that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
If the environment is not so encouraging, though the person is having or acquired the same level of intellectual abilities, maybe is not as good of that person who got nice a setup where he can improve that. Okay, you got me?
Yes, sir. Got you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So experimentally independent, dependent on intervening variables. Then we started, yes. Then we started with our so-called experimental control. What are the experimental controls? Yeah, what all experimental controls?
Independent variable.
Independent variable control.
Dependent variable control by.
Yeah, the question can be, what are techniques of experimental control?
Elimination, sir. Elimination technique.
Technique of elimination.
Constancy of conditions, sir.
Okay, so why they are used? What is the purpose of them? Someone
So
said
that only the variable which we want to measure can be measured without the interference of the rest of the variables.
Okay, so experimental control techniques are used to control or to minimize extraneous variables. Remember that, okay? Extraneous variables, because as we talked about, okay, making not a person to eat not possible. Okay, in some cases, if it is possible, okay, I can completely try to eliminate them. But most of the experimental setup conditions, the so-called experimental intervening variables cannot be removed. So there are certain techniques which are called as techniques of experimental control. Okay, so we talked about removal or elimination. Then we talked about
Constancy
of conditions or experimental conditions. Okay. Sana, you want to talk anything?
No, sir.
Sana Fatima. Okay, good. Anyone? Last 1 minute. We will wind it off. Grija Pradeep. So how was this class actually? You want this class to be interactive, or I mute everyone?
Interactive, sir. Interactive.
I mute everyone and tell, then last 1 minute, 2 minutes, I unmute you and ask you to respond. Will that be good, or this is good?
Responding.
This is good.
Good, sir.
Interaction is good, sir. This is also one type of experiment.
Swati,
Sir,
what do you think?
sir, please take 1 hour or 45 minutes with mute, sir. So because there is a lot of disturbances in the classes, because most of the people they're keeping they're logging in and they're not aware of sounds they're doing in, sir, especially in Sundays. So this first half an hour or 45 minutes, 1 hour, what's the main topics? Means those things you do with the mute, sir. This is my point of view, sir. There may be another point of view. And last half an hour or one, it can be interactive. So everybody will have some doubts and everybody will want to, and that will be, so that the class will go on and we'll get the knowledge and it will be interactive in the final. So
Let me check.
Everybody will clear with the doubts.
Let me check with Appara. What is Appara saying? Rama. Sir, please use some slides so that we can make a note of it easily. Okay, everything has been taken from your material which is given to you. I am referring the same book only. It's not visible. The same book only.
Yes, sir.
So don't worry.
Sir, one doubt here. If we have been asked to write what are the various experimental control methods, okay, if something comes up like this, then we talk about the different controls we have with the independent variable as well as the extraneous variable methods. Is that together, or is there anything more we need to add into this?
Okay, this experimental control, they talk only about mostly the extraneous variables. Okay, if you write, like for example, constancy of condition, technique of removal, okay, that's enough.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, you need not mention independent and dependent, etc.
Thank you.
Okay, I did not get Appara. Is he logged in or just simply logged in? Chalo, then see you all tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I
Thank you,
hope
sir.
this class was good. Okay.
Yeah, interesting, sir.
And I would like to continue like this interactive session, because without knowing you, like how much you're getting and all that, okay, it would be of no use. Like keeping on telling and
It will be like monologue.
asking 1 or 2 questions at the last and saying good and etc.
Sir.
Will that be okay? Yeah, who is that?
Avinash, sir.
Avinash, go ahead.
Sir, I agree with Kalyan. If you can have some 40-45 minutes or 1 hour session first, you deliver your subject, then later on we can have some interactive. But then people can note down also whatever doubts they have. And I think that really justifies also this class, and we can have a good session that way. So I think that improvises the quality of learning for us. I'm a professor otherwise, so I know how this technique works. So yeah, I think this should be, that's a good suggestion from Kalyan is what I feel, sir.
Yes, yes. Kalyan knows that even in offline classes also we had this interaction also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm saying hi to Appara. Okay, he raised his hand and said, okay. Okay, it's only to cross check. Okay, so mostly we try to stick to this interaction.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
whenever it comes to maybe defining and all that. Okay, so generally we don't have definitions because this is not a pure subject one. So it would be most of the techniques only. Techniques.
Yes, sir, I agree with you. This is more of, it doesn't have much of any theory. This is more of
yes. Techniques, methods would be
better.
Okay.
Even I too agree with you,
yeah.
Sir.
Let's see which one will work better. Okay, in the coming sessions.
Sir, when are the practicals, sir? Is there
okay?
Any
See
idea?
you all tomorrow. Chalo, bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.